Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another anticipated special promotions edition of Table Talk 2.0 CBW Takeover. Enough talk. Let's get to the intro and get straight into our first guest. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another special promotions episode edition of Table Talk 2.0, the CBW Takeover. I am the King of Gangster Drip, yours truly, Adonis Delios, your alleged host. Here at Table Talk 2.0 is all the excitement right at the edge of your fingertips, right here on YouTube, exclusively on the new channel known as Backyard Wrestling Glory 2.0, or in short, BWYG 2.0. That's our new channel here on YouTube. That gives you the best of your favorite Table Talk 2.0 moments, including specials such as documentaries, the best matches of your favorite promotions from past and present, but also everything else in between. That way it can be archived in between it. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my first guest. My co-host, the host of C2K Talk Show and other promotional podcasts. My co-host, Mr. C2K, Courage to Kill. Welcome back to the special promotion edition of Table Talk 2.0.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, and thanks for me here again. Uh, yeah, let's go ahead and start. Let's start this the show. Start the show.
Waiting for some of the CBW Stars to arrive here on this special occasional edition of Table Talk 2.0, the CBW Takeover edition.
Yes, this is another episode of the Table Talk 2.0. One of the greatest shows ever. It's basically it's all about it's a unity of every talk shows that is being promoted by Tituki Entertainment. So here we are in another episode. I want to welcome everybody. Thanks for watching another episode of Table Talk 2.0.
Hopefully, in a few short minutes, we're going to wait for one of our guests here. Hopefully, we'll hear from the current manager of CBW. Also, he's been inducted into the CBW Hall of Fame for his outstanding performance from Stanley Paul.
Yes.
Off rights. He's going to give a little bit of an insight of what happened at Standing Tall, whether his team of Team FD3 or Team Barkley came up with the win. So we're going to wait for his arrival in a few short minutes. And while we're at it, while we're waiting, we're going to take a quick commercial timeout and wait for the CBW Stars to make their presence known, hopefully starting with FDW or FD3, excuse me. And we'll be right back. So we're going to pay some bills. We'll be right back.
All right.
Welcome back to a special promotional edition of Tabletop 2.0, the CBW Takeover edition. We're waiting for one of our first guests, which happens to be the CBW General Manager at the FD3 in a few short minutes. In the meantime, we're waiting for other guests of the CBW roster members to make their presence known and give us a little intake of what happened, especially the aftermath of the first return show known as Fair or Fall. But in the meantime, while we're waiting, C2K, any hot topic you want to speak on your behalf?
Yes, I want to talk about something, and I predicted it. I think the last episode that we had at the table talk 2.0, I predicted it, and I said it. Team uh Barkley is going to win. I said it. Team Barkley is going to win. Team Barkley is going to be victorious. And that's what happened at Dandy Tall at CBW Carolina Backyard Wrestling. I said it. Don't get me wrong. Listen, do not get me wrong. I don't want people to think, oh, C2K became is on the heel part. No, 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 no. Don't get me wrong. I love FD3 and the general manager, and you know, I don't want people to think that, oh, but C2K, you helped him create CBW. How can you? No, 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 no. It's nothing like that. It's nothing personal. This is just business. And like I said, I knew Team Barkley was going to win. We're talking about the CBW War Heavyweight Champion here. We're talking about Team Barkley. You know, so it's like when it comes to the first ever CBW World Heavyweight Champion, Barkley. Come on, if anybody thought that Team Barkley was gonna lose, you guys are fools. No, 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 no. You guys are fools because this is all about not only the Team Barkley. This is about John Barkley. Dog.
You do know during the entire time,
Tell me.
you do know the entire time, have to realize that FD3 had the crowd right behind him looking on from start to finish, making sure that he tried to find some fight left in him. He was in a big fight field moment where every single team member was getting decimated by somehow at some point from Team Barkley at some point. You have to show to think what was going to come to that, and does FD3 or any of his members of the team on that side of the field have any fight left in them?
That is true. That is so true. That is so true. Don't get me wrong. Team FD3 did a great job. They did what they're supposed to do, and they did what they said they was going to do. But it was not enough. It was not enough for the team Barkley. It was not enough for the World Heavyweight Champion John Barkley.
Okay,
And
the
yeah,
thing is, the only main question is, did Team FD3 or the members of FD3 make the right choice of which members of the right team were the right components to ensure they would guarantee a victory over Team Barkley?
oh, that's very true. That is very true. If they make the right choice of the members, if every team made the right choice of to pick or choose the members for the FD3 team, yes, they would have won. But at the same time, John Barkley always has a plan. John Barkley always has a few cards left under his sleeves. It's all about strategy and it's all about plan. And he had all this plan out. He knew what he had to do for his team to win at standing tall, and that's what happened. as standing tall, team Team Barkley became victorious.
Hmm. And what else do you think? Does even though we don't know the outcome if FD3 had anything to do with it, or did he? Even if he is, let's just say retired. There's this little notion, this little spark in the back of your head. States never say never. Never say never. You gotta wonder, even though he's in the Hall of Fame, he's still a GM of
Yes,
CBW. You gotta wonder, does he have one more match left in him? We don't know. We can't read an FDW. I mean FD3's head. You just never know. You may never ever know. But 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 by some sense, if you speak to him at this very point in this moment, in this time, right about now, he might have that quote unquote one more match to get his hands on John Barkley. It's not for the title. It's not for the fortune and fame. It's not about none of that. It's about ensuring who comes out clean, comes out fighting the most, who's got that big fight feel left in them, especially if they have that 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 one more divine spark, that last gas in the tank, that's how you put it this way, that one more match.
and you
One,
need to understand that this right here is like let's go way back to the attitude era of WWE. Let's go way back when Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin were had a rivalry. That rivalry is what makes the attitude era great.
yeah,
So if you look at it, this is almost just you can compare it. You can compare this rivalry between FD3 and Don Barkley, the CBW World Heavyweight Champion. You can compare it to the Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Vince McMahon rivalry. So for me, what will make it more interesting, and it's like I even though yes, I did I did help FD3 create the CBW. I got the right people and stuff like that. But and of course I don't tell FD3 how to run CBW. I don't do that. But this is an idea, it's a suggestion. If FD3
you can tell, even looking back at stand or fall, back at CBW, when there was a last, each member of the team, even the team captains himself, you got to imagine that time stood still just for that brief
yeah,
moment. Dated back, let's just say, back at WrestleMania 3, that type of moment, where
exactly.
it's the irresistible force versus the unmovable object. Like,
Exactly.
these are gunpoints in a very, like, Clash of the Coliseum moment where they clash like titans. They clash like David
Yeah,
versus Goliath. That you can feel the motion in the air where time to sit still. It's like who's gonna do it first?
yes,
Who's gonna like swing for the fences? You never know who's gonna make that happen.
exactly. But you know what? What will make this more interesting? If
And
FD3,
ladies and
oh,
gentlemen, excuse pardon my interruption. We got our first guest from one of the CBW stars, and that will be none other than Mr. Jordan Chris. Jordan Chris, welcome to the special promotions edition of the CBW Takeover edition of Table Talk 2.0. Welcome.
What's going on, guys?
my brother, welcome.
Excuse me, my I know my connection's kind of weak. I'm in my pickup right now.
Oh, no problem, no problem. I mean, a brief overview of time, if you will, dating back to. the previous show known as CBW Stand or Fall. I don't know if you were there or not, but however, give us a little insight of what happened from start to finish in each and every match of Stand or Fall.
Yeah. Um, my left knee gave out altogether, and that was a hard one for me to swallow. As everybody saw, I had to get help out of the ring, the whole 9 yards. But I did the best I could at the time. Um, I am due to go in to have a complete. This is how bad it is. I'm due at the end of May to go in for a knee replacement.
Oh wow.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but
So
that is not
let
going
me
to stop me
let me
this
let me
next go
guess.
around.
Let me guess. You left out a warrior that day. Was I right? You left out a warrior that day, no matter what.
Hmm. Yep. But
Appreciate it.
like I said, I'm probably the oldest one on the roster. I'm 57,
Oh
and
wow.
been in this game for a long time. So things happen,
Mm.
and the booker came to me and asked me how I was feeling, and I asked him. I told him flat out, I want another round with Dell.
Mm.
Now, me and Dell have a past, which is a good past, and I'm
And,
glad he
and,
decided to
and,
come out of Georgia and come up to the Carolinas.
and
But
let me guess. This is a rubber match, right? This is like one one apiece, right? Is that about right?
yeah, yeah. But
Okay. Okay.
see, this time, I'm gonna be very honest with you. What you saw last time is definitely not going to be what you see this time. I'm tired of trying to be something I'm not. Me in wrestling gear is not me, and I'm done with it. What you're going to see on the 25th is what I'm really about, and I don't care what happens. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Dell's going to feel.
Now, here's the interesting part. Here's the interesting part. If you have something to say, you get Karen right now, right this second, right now. You can issue that open challenge or any form of challenge whatsoever, whatever stipulation
You
you want to go
broke up a
with.
little bit there.
What I'm trying to say is this: if you want to take some time, you want to take some time to figure me something, especially speaking in the comments right now. I know you want to take the challenge, so I'll let you
I
draw
think
the
it.
challenge.
Hold on. I think it's my. I think my connection. I have Wi-Fi in my truck, but I don't think my connection's good. That's why you're starting to scramble up a little bit.
Okay.
Um, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave you with this. If I can get back in, I'll get back in. If you can hear me, okay. Like I said, I'm not one of those guys who. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. I'm not coming back the way I was that last time. I'm coming back 100% of who I really am. And I don't care if I have to get up in that ring with a walker, a cane, or a set of crutches. Dell will not walk out the same man when I'm done. Bottom line. And that's a promise I can put on it. I don't care if they have to carry me out of that ring, but Dell will go down. And if I have to snap his leg, I will snap his damn leg, friend or not. I'm here for one reason only. Don't care how old I am. You get in this business for one thing. You get in this business for gold. And that's what I'm here for. So
Also, if you want to take the
that's
time
where I
out,
stand right now.
if you want to take the time out to draw the challenge, go ahead. Take the time out to draw that challenge.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
If you want to draw that challenge, now's the best time.
Yeah, definitely. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm going to be. And like I said, pay close attention to the next card. You'll be very surprised.
If you got something to say about throwing out the challenge to Dell, what would that challenge be? Go ahead. Now's the time.
Now, Dell already knows. We've already put that challenge out. And Dell's already running his mouth, okay, because, he's a street fighter. But there's a difference between a street fighter and there's a difference between me, all right? He's a young buck. I've got all the knowledge right here. And I've taught Dell 95% of what he already knows, but not everything.
Well, at least he put in at least 5% of the work.
Just pay attention to the match and see what happens. Because Dell won't be putting in all the work. It's going to be the old horse right here, Jordan Chris, putting in 100% of the work. Because I plan on decimating him this go around, and nothing's going to stop me just because I have a blown out knee. Getting in there and taking care of business.
And guess who's here? The current CBW Hall of Famer and current general manager, FD3 is in the house. So,
I appreciate. Look, the current general manager. He's tried to convince me to wait it out, and I won't do it. So, whatever I need to sign before I get that ring, I don't give a shit. That's just the way I'm built. Bottom line. So, the 25th, all 310 pounds is coming in and going to decimate Dell once and for all. Y'all have a good one, man. I'll try to jump back in later.
All right, thanks for coming.
CBW here to make sure his presence is known and his challenge comes this April 25th. So thank you for having yourself around here. So thank you very much. Now we're awaiting the CBW Stars to make their arrival. Hopefully in a matter of moments, if necessary. FD3 will have his kind words being spoken of as soon as he's available. But in the meantime, we're gonna take another commercial break timeout. And when we come back, we have more to discuss here at Table Talk 2.0. Well, we'll be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Table Talk 2.0 with my co-host of C2K Talk Show and C2K Entertainment and many other surprises in between, Mr. C2K himself. And while we're waiting the next guest of another CBW, discuss your sneak peek of what's to come of your documentary known as C2K.
All right, guys, so
the documentary series, the farewell tour. Give us more of an insight and give us a little bit of a sneaky peek of what's to come within that documentary.
Well, the documentary of the farewell tour is going to be great. It's basically going to start. It's basically telling the whole story of Takeover to Kill, how everything started. It's also gonna talk about where the idea came from. Who was the one that came with the idea that CCTK Courage to Kill to become a backyard wrestler. It's gonna tell a story that some of the stories that people doesn't know about C2K Courage to Kill, because it's all about the documentary or the farewell tour. We're talking about almost 34 years, a career, of C2K Courage to Kill. And it's going to go way back when C2K Courage the Kill was not C2K Courage the Kill, when he was Boricua Jr. When he used to wear a mask, since he was 9 years old, all the way into probably 2001. No, all the way into 1995. I take that back. 1995 is when the City Code to Kill was created, and it's also we told like who basically were there when C2K during the creation of C2K Chorus to Kill. Also, we're gonna have some people that has been in the ring with C2K Chorus to Kill. Maybe the legends of back some of the legends of back wrestling.
Mhm.
We're gonna talk about C2K Chorus to Kill. We're gonna tell the story with C2K Chorus to Kill, of course. Also, we're going to have a few of his friends. Like yourself and you know uh, Skull and Mr. Vanderberg and everybody else will have to say something about Super Course to Kill in this documentary. Also, it's gonna talk about the farewell tour that's gonna start on this month. Hopefully by the middle of this month, we're just basically waiting for RWE, Rochester Wrestling Entertainment, to make the decisions where when they want to start when they want to start the shows in Rochester, New York. Also, HIBW, High Backyard Wrestling, is going to do its first debut. So it basically is a storytelling of the C2K Chorus to Kill, and it's gonna go all the way back. It's gonna go all the way into the last day of the February tour, which is August 23rd, 2026, and hopefully we're gonna make it. We're gonna do it at the fairground in Dunker, New York. Hopefully it's gonna happen at the fairgrounds, Dunker, New York. It's gonna be a big show, and it's gonna be in the war ring, and in the fans and young the audience will love it.
Right. Now that's a sneak peek of what's to come for C2K. Courage to Say Goodbye, the farewell tour documentary series that's coming out very very soon. It's gonna be like maybe a 5 or 6 part series to say the least,
Yeah.
and he's gonna discuss that from beginning to the very end of it. And there you have it right there with a sneak peek. But more on that a little bit later on. But right now we have the owner and general manager of CBW finally making his rare debut, Mr. FD3. FD3,
What's
welcome.
going on? What's going on?
Welcome to
So now, my
Takeover.
brother, what's up?
I don't have good signal, so I might not be here long. I just wanted to pop in, show some love.
Understandable.
Can you give us an insight of the aftermath of what happened on your previous show known as Stand or Fall? Give us a little bit of an update.
Well, if you watch the whole event at the end, you've seen that FD3 is hanging up the boots as a professional wrestler. I can't do it anymore. I thought I could take down John Berkeley. I thought, that I could be the savior that CBW needed. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. And I'll be addressing the CBW fans on April 25th. And we're going to go from there as far as that goes. But as far as the aftermath, we've seen War Money Mafia with a new attitude. Never thought I'd see those guys acting like that. They still helped me out, which I owe them a big thanks for helping me out in the main event. But their attitudes have changed quite a bit.
Now, my biggest question of all CB3, excuse me. CD3, I should say, excuse me. Since the fallout from Dan and Fall, the big question is you may have somewhat allegedly or assuming that you hung up your boots. The biggest question of all is do you have enough fire left in the tank? If and only if John Barkley is somewhere hiding, poking the angry bear with a stick, like yourself, even if he's going to be there the next show, to just poke it, just poking, just poking, just poking, just poking, like crazy. Is there enough gas left to tank? If there's, let's just say, if there's quote unquote one more match left in you at all.
Well, there's an old saying, the only thing that's for sure about FD3 is that nothing's for sure. So just because I'm saying it's over doesn't necessarily mean it's over. Has anybody ever really retired in professional wrestling? I mean, look at Terry Funk. That man was in and out of retirement his whole career. So never say never, but as for now, I have no plans of stepping back in the ring. I just went to my doctor last weekend, and the doctor is not happy with me having gotten back in the ring. He's talking potential second surgery on my neck and back to fix the damage that was done. So, like I said, never say never, but it's not likely. Like it would take a lot for me to get back in the ring.
You gotta wonder, FD3. John Barkin could be working somewhere in that arena, somewhere in that locker room, ensuring he give you that, let's just say, unappealing, disrespectful, rueful send off that you didn't reassure yourself. You gotta wonder if he's gonna disrupt the whole process of based on what you gotta say at any given time.
Look, at any point given time, I'm always ready. I stay locked and loaded. If somebody wants to come at me, I'm going to defend myself. But as far as stepping back in one-on-one, it's highly unlikely no matter who or what pokes me. But, like I said, never say never. I would love to continue going, but my doctors are telling me that I did some real damage in this last match. And if I were to do it again without getting the surgery, which I'm trying to avoid, it probably wouldn't end well for me.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, Mr. FD3. Let's just say if the surgery went well, or even if it assumed well, if you don't need proper aggressive surgery, and the doctor gives you that okay at some point in time, it might not be right away.
See, the doctor has told me on multiple occasions that every time I step in between those ropes, I'm putting my health and well-being on the line. He said even with the surgery that he is wanting me to get, it's not gonna solve the issue. It's just a temporary fix. And if I were to get back in the ring after having that surgery, there's a chance, just like there was a chance in this last match of mine, of me not walking out. And I'm still young. I'm 24. I'm not gonna risk my health for being able to get in there and have bragging rights.
No,
I really do understand you. Like you're really young. You got a whole life in front of you. I don't think there's a lot that you want to do with your life. And at the same time, I'm 42. I've been doing bachelorette since I was 9 years old. And the thing is, I retired once. I came back, retired a second time, and I came back. And this is the third time that I'm going to retire. And even though I said, okay, retirement with no returns, uh, like you said, never say never, but, I guess I am retiring with no returns because, yes, I do have, health problems too when it comes to my legs, when it comes to my arms, when it comes to my right hand. I'm avoiding certain surgeries that my doctor wanted me to have, and I just don't want to keep avoiding them. Doctor, not happy with me, of course. And the doctors for Rutgers and New York and Dunker are not happy with me, and they don't want me to come back again. In the ring. But I am coming back, in the ring, this middle of this month, to do a farewell tour, to last for 5 months. And yeah, I understand you. I really understand you because I was there in that situation where doctors was saying, oh, you do this, you go in the ring, um, something's gonna happen. And I really understand you, man. You did a great job. You went out there, you did what you're supposed to do. You didn't get sorry for hey, you tried, and that's just all about trying. You try to
You
save
know,
something
you
that
know,
is yours,
you
something
understand
that's been attacked. And even though yes, they predicted it that the CBW World Champion, it was gonna win. His team was gonna win. But besides that, you did a great job. I saw you there. I was so proud of you. I was cheering for you like I was cheering for for of course for everybody that that wasn't there. I was the fan that had a popcorn and I had a soda. I had 3D glass and I was like, yeah, go ahead and get him. That's who I was because it's people don't understand when it doesn't matter. It could be a backyard wrestling. It could be both. It could be pro wrestling. We giving our life. We living everything in the ring. And just because people think that he's a wrestler, no, we are still human beings. We are
Yeah.
not robots. We are not superheroes. We just go in there to do what we love to do and express it.
My career's not been well documented because I started at such a young age. I started in this business at 6 years old, maybe even
Wow.
like 5 or 6ish. So there's not too many videos of my career, but I've been in the ring with some legendary folks in the North Carolina independent scene. Um, I've been in the ring with George South, NWA
Wow.
legend. I've been in the
Wow.
ring with Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. I mean, there's several legends that I've shared the ring with,
Yeah.
and like I said, it's not very well documented because of legal issues with me being so young. Technically, you have to be
Okay.
like 18, so we didn't really document it very well.
Yeah.
But I've won championships, and I'm content with my career being at its end. And I don't like I said, I don't want to risk my health for
Understand.
something because if I get hurt and then
Yeah.
something like I can't walk or anything, that puts a hindrance on CBW, possibly an
It
end
does.
to
It
CBW,
does.
and I'm not willing to do that
Yeah.
because me and all of the guys, even John Berkeley, as much as I don't like him, I respect what he's done in
Yeah.
the business and for this business.
That is
and
very true.
and you know what? Even though you're just a general manager and an owner, if you had a chance to clothesline Barkley like you did before, then you have a gander of doing that again one more time, just for
Oh, I would
entertainment.
I would love, absolutely love to get my hands on Berkeley again, but I have to be provoked because if I go out there and I put my hands on him unprovoked, then I'm putting myself at risk, and
Yeah.
that's just not something that's fair to my family and all of my fans
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I'm definitely in a position where I feel fine now after the
Yeah.
fact. But what wasn't shown on that show after my induction into the CBW Hall of Fame, I collapsed. I had to be
Wow.
carted off to the hospital to get X-rays and stuff of my
Wow.
back. Yeah, so it wasn't pretty. The physical toll on my body that it took to get just that much out of me was like insane. I haven't
Yeah.
felt that way in quite a while. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I went out there and I defended the brand that I love, that I
Yeah.
helped build. And, CBW is only going up from here.
It is definitely.
Well,
Definitely.
you can imagine probably like in a month or so, right about now. What happens if you combine the CBW with TBW or any other adversary or any other brands that you can connect to, especially if it's like who knows? Who knows? It could be anybody. It could be WCE, it could be RCW, it could be TBW.
So we have been reaching out to a couple other promotions. If you watch CBW, you know that CBW and Underground Sports Entertainment are very close partners. They're actually performing at WrestleMania weekend. They have their own show up there. So definitely, if you're in that area, check them out. Um, but we're always open to work with other people. Like there was a local promotion here in GPW that's just went out of business that we worked with. There's another one, UWA, that I'm trying to get in contact with and do some stuff with. You know, for me, there's too much hate in the wrestling industry and too much division, and I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to make backyard wrestling and independent wrestling better than when it was when I was in it.
Speaking of which, I want to make let's just say declaring dedication about that for a brief moment, if you don't mind. The thing is with that, there's been quote unquote crusading attacking those that don't need to be attacked per se on certain people that maybe have reoffended. I should say somewhat offended the first time, but not close to that point where they're being targeted for, you know, any form of felony ordeals and stuff like that, where they're discriminating people at a harsh rate, where they're looking at this whole black and white thing, like it's yesterday's third world country or something like that. And it's been effective lately ever since then. So
Yeah, there's way too much division and hate in pro wrestling. Like at the end of the day, we're all people who enjoy this business. And whether it's backyard wrestling in a ring, backyard wrestling on the mats, wherever it may be, you can ask Devon. We're a family in CBW.
Oh, absolutely. A whole family. First of all, how y'all guys doing today? Y'all all right?
When I
What's up, Devon?
What's going on? What's going on, man? Let me introduce myself now that I stepped into the studio. This is one half of the undisputed USC and CBW tag team champions of War Money Mafia. This is Devon the Icon. Yes, indeed. Hey, first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback on what James was talking about because I just got in here. Yeah, when it comes down to CBW, man, yeah, we always been a family. We've always been close. We've always had good times. I've rarely seen any bad times per se. Really, like we've always been very peaceful, especially in person. Like we all just feel like just like a get together, just like a family reunion every time we step in there.
now,
So
the key thing is now that we're discussing this in a very, very, very sensitive type of way, it's the fact that if you have something to say to those type of so-called the Crusaders that are out there just nitpicking at any single person that you can possibly think of, especially doubling down on stuff, what do you have to say in your own words?
well, me personally, like for the naysayers that disrespect backyard wrestling, I'll say, hey, how about you come out here and show us how it's done? Do that. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Come out there and show. Matter of fact, we want more people to come out there and wrestle with us. If I'm being honest. So by all means, if this is your way of sitting here cutting a promo, being in character, sure, go on ahead, come on out, show us exactly what you can do. And if you good enough to step in the ring with us, then by all means, talk all the shit you want to talk. Excuse my language, but I'm just sitting there putting it out there. Like the point is, everybody gonna always have something to say about backyard wrestling, no matter what it is. Everybody's gonna say something. The thing is, a majority of us actually get respect from being in ring and also doing backyard. Yours truly has done that. So I know what it's like to have people sit there and chirp at me about being in the backyard. Trust me, I heard it all the time. You
It's
know, like it's nothing new to me.
it's
But
just
I'm
like
so used to being out there,
it's
you
just always
know.
also on camera or off camera. There's been a lot of crazy, whispering and a type of dark thing where it's just where people are just putting it out there like crazy. Like you can agree that it's very rude, It is very rude to just utter something that's not true unless you have a
Hmm.
better way to say so.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
And, this is why there is a promotion created by me and 24 people. For the I promotions, what we do is we defend backyard wrestling because TK Wrestling Promotions is promoting close to 750 backyard wrestling federations out there doing their whole country. And like
Hmm.
CBW, we promote CBW too. And that's what we do. We defend backyard wrestling because it's like I've been in this business for almost 44 years, and it's like you say, that I heard it. I heard it, talking about backyard wrestling and mocking backyard wrestlers, and it doesn't say come in the ring, wrestle with us, just come in and wrestle with us. Because that's what it's all about, and no matter what they say about us, we're still gonna go in the ring and we're gonna do what we have to do.
If you want my honest opinion, backyard wrestling is a better way to connect with each other
It is.
Hmm.
because you don't have all the
Hmm.
independent bullshit going on where it's
Mhm.
like, oh, I have to win because I'm this company's champion, or I got to do this because, this person and this person don't like me, so I'm not working with this person.
No,
Backyard wrestling's not like that.
no,
I try to keep it, as a family because, I mean, April
exactly.
25th, Devon's birthday bash.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, we're a family here. We celebrate each
We are.
other's successes.
I mean, man, I salute you in early convenience. I salute you.
Well,
And-
if I have to piggyback off of something, yeah, with the backyard thing, like I said, like I've done this in Virginia, so that's where like they notice me and my guys from, with TWA and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? I've been
Yeah,
doing that for about 8 years, so I won championships in there. I've created moments. I've had fun in there. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, yes, this year I plan on leaving the backyard and actually taking on the world. I do, but while I'm here, I'm also going to respect what I've done here, and I'm not going to forget where I came from because Devon started in the backyard. And if I have to take some of those remnants with me when I go into the world, I will do just that because I have that type
Especially,
of respect for this
especially,
type of game, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was just a
especially,
fan at first. You know what I mean? I was just a
especially,
fan at first.
especially not only just as a fan, but also to those who have different cultures. Like, for
Hmm.
instance, for those who support the LGBT community,
Yeah.
per se.
Yeah. And also, like, when you get the chance to when you just wrestle as a fan at first, right? That's when your passion starts to grow more and more, and it makes you want to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was for me. Like, yeah, it's like my inspiration is the phenomenal AJ Styles, who's currently going into the Hall of Fame this Friday. You know what I'm saying? That's my inspiration, part of it. As a big man, Keith Lee was my inspiration, along with Bam Bam Bigelow, along with Big Van Vader, stuff like that. I love watching that, and then I'm a CNI learner, so most of the moves that I do, I barely even practice. I do it so well, just like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. I'm just, just speaking from my experience. You know what I'm saying? But listen, but check this out though. It's like with backyard wrestling, yes, I've got a chance to grow like a big family. Like the people that I traveled down with all the way to North Carolina, I grew with them like my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like same thing with FD3. Like he's pretty much a brother to me. You know what I'm saying? He took me in along with my crew, and we helped CBW the best way that we can. Of course, I like to see more talent outside of us to come in there with us. Yeah, we had a few people. I would love for that to happen. I love for people to come from around the world to come to CBW and wrestle with us. We need
Right.
more competition. I'm fine with that.
And
You
besides,
know what I
and
mean?
besides,
You know what I mean?
right.
I would love for that to happen. But
And besides, we
it's
don't need, we don't need those that that want to like spoil their fun by playing sabotaging card or end
mhm.
up. Some of us have a run in with that in the past, and
Oh,
we
yeah, we did.
I understand. I understand. Me, the guys down in Virginia, we had the same kind of thing with a couple of people that we trusted that we talked to. You know what I'm saying? Some people just left because maybe they just didn't want to do it anymore. We understood. Some people left and then came back, and then when they stayed there, they barely showed up for our shows and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So we've had those run-ins before, but now we're just to a point where it's like, all right, we just cool, calm, and collected. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let people in that we feel like we can trust. You know what I'm saying? If we see them and they want to be a part of it, we're gonna give him a chance. You know what I'm saying?
There's two things you should never ever do, whether you're on your own company or not, whether you're a wrestler or not.
Mm-hmm.
Never let your guard down.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, never let people use your kindness for weakness.
Oh yeah, that's number one. To be honest, that's definitely number one. That second one, that's number one. Never let nobody use your kindness for weakness, because that's what happened a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like of course, James, trust us, to take care of not only the brand but also the products that we carry. You know what I'm saying, with the titles and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he just he grew an upfound admiration for us because he's seen that we want this. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the guys in Virginia, they never like traveled. Like they never. Me and my partner Rich Boy have been in the professional setting, like wild in the backyard, and that's really not fun. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people respect that, but we gained respect from certain people because we put our bodies on the line for this. You know what I'm saying? We went up there, we trained for a couple years, we were on top of their tag division at one point. You know what I'm saying? So now when we when we left that,
in dedication, three simple things. Okay. Blood, sweat, tears. That's it.
Hell yeah, man. I sweated. I sat out for 2 months last year because I was sick and I was injured. And it wasn't even wrestling related. It was health related. You know what I'm saying? And
you have to fight. You have to scratch. You have to claw your way up, no matter what.
Yeah.
Never let people tell you, no matter how hard you try, you're not going to win the big ones. And never hurt anybody.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Man, I done had my ups and downs in my life so far, bro. It ain't even funny, man. You know what I'm saying? I done had so many up and downs, like personally, like mentally. I had a lot, but every chance that I wrestle, I turn my negatives into positive because that's my way of really showcasing and I'm making sure it's an outlet for my rage. You know what I'm saying? So I turn it into a positive and I get into my mode. You know what I'm saying? That's when I'm there and I'm at the show, and I'm backstage, I have my music in because I got to get in that mode of like, all right, I'm about to sit there and showcase some skill. You feel what I'm saying? That's just the thing for me. That's my thing. I grew up being that way.
I tell everybody, money doesn't buy you friends. Yeah. And number two, go out there, give it your all, have fun with it, because having fun doesn't come with a price tag whatsoever.
I'll tell you this. If you're not out there, and I'm just saying in general, if you're not out there to sit there and help your people grow, then what the hell are you doing here?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You need people need to learn to uplift others.
The icon, you read my book. You have read my book.
Hey man, look, it ain't even about the book. I'm gonna be respectfully, it ain't even about the book. It's a common sense thing. Because if we all in this together to do the same thing, all right, some of us want to actually be in the real world wrestling, of course. So of course we go to the backyard first and we actually want to take it out there.
Whether you're near or far. Don't forget that.
Yeah. People have came from Virginia Beach, from Hampton, Portsmouth. They came all the way down here just to wrestle in certain companies that we wrestle in. You know what I'm saying? That's called dedication because they care about this.
Some come from Los Angeles, some come from New York, some come from Miami. You never know.
Yeah.
I do just want to say one thing about Devon. Devon is one of the most genuine people I have ever met. There was one day, I think it was like our second or third show, and I was having a hard time because, it's a lot of getting up, moving around, and I'm on medication that makes me dehydrate really easy. Devon comes up behind me and gives me a big old bear hug and says, "Hey, brother, I love you. Get some water. Cool down."
Nah, for real though, man.
Devon and all of these guys, they're amazing. Like they're not just there because I have a ring and a backyard. They're there because they want to be a part of something that's more than just 3 ropes and a square. They want to help build the brand. And speaking of which, I have a meeting tomorrow with Thomasville City Parks and Recreation to try to fight for us to be able to have our first public show in one of their parks.
Right. I know Devon can agree to that, or should I say, test to that in a funny way. It's like he's not there to kiss your ass. He's not joining the FD3 Kiss Your Ass Club. I'm telling you that.
No.
And you know what? Going back to what you say, it's all about love. It's all about helping each other, loving each other, you know. And this is what we're doing now. We're bringing it back to wrestling like we used to be back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, it's all about loving each other, respecting each other. It's like, you know, hey, you need something, you know, I got you, brother. You know, we're family. You know, we're here for each other. And that's what we do. You know, and like now what people are seeing right now is that, you know, C2K Wrestling Promotion, CBW and TBW and all this wrestling, what we did, we brought back that wrestling back to
Shut
what
up, Bert.
before.
Damn.
Yep. Yep.
You know, we made it great again. We, you know, we because you know, for a couple of years now, it was all about hating, drama, and people are Tyler's neck. No, that's not what backyard wrestling is all about. Backyard wrestling is a gathering of friends having fun in a backyard. That is all about gathering of friends of having fun in a backyard. That's when you know when I started when I was 9 years old. That was the idea. That was the idea. It was just having fun, doing something that we love to do in a backyard. It doesn't matter if it was in a trampoline. It doesn't matter if it was in a concrete. It doesn't matter if it was on the ground. It doesn't matter if it was, built up, ring. It doesn't matter where it was. If it was on a mattress, it doesn't matter. We did it because we love to do what we love to do. It was backyard wrestling, and it was just a group of friends, a group of brothers and sisters, family. That's all it about. It was
Hey
family.
guys, I gotta head out. It was nice being on here. Thank you for having me,
Look
Devon.
at
I'll see you on the 25th, brother.
Absolutely, man.
absolutely.
See
All
you
right, my
there.
One more
brother.
thing. One more thing.
Thanks for
If you
coming,
What's
man.
up?
if you want to put in at least a video package for C2K as part of his farewell documentary series, would you care to do that and put it so we can put that as part of the C2K Courage to Say Goodbye documentary series?
Yeah. Just hit me up with the details and stuff.
Sure thing. Sure thing. Sure thing.
All
So
right,
Thank
thank
you,
y'all
bro. I
you.
take it
appreciate
easy.
it.
That's the
Brother.
CW general manager and owner of CBW, Mr. FD3. Thank you for having your moment in time here at
Yeah.
Tabletop 2.1. So thank you very much. Now, um, back to you. However, I know you have a unfinished business within the tag team race at CBW. I know you got a show coming up on the 25th of April.
Yeah.
Care to throw in what's going on and what's taking shape?
All right. So apparently, it's a little dedication to me due to the fact that my birthday is on the 29th this month. Is going to be a little birthday bash celebrating early
Oh
on
wow!
the
Happy
25th.
birthday!
So yeah. So this is a little birthday bash from James being humble and caring as he always is. Uh, yeah. Me and my tag partner, we gonna defend the tag titles like we know how to do against whatever tag team he throws our way. That's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? The whole goal is right now is just take over, man. That's what we always been about. We created this tag team in a professional wrestling setting, and we brought it to the backyard. That's how dedicated we are to this. Like we created it when we was in ring in another company on like Saturdays or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then we usually go back to the backyard. But we was like, you know what? Let's bring more Money Mafia to North Carolina. Let's do that. Let's go bring that tag thing over there and let's have some fun with it. So that's exactly what we decided to do. So we started season one.
You know what, man? While you're at it, while you pouncing all over the place with your opponents, whoever your tag team partner be, can you do us a little favor while you're at it, while the
What's
camera's
up?
still running during that time? Give us a
Yeah,
little
what's up?
over. You put in a little over family little strut right there in the middle of that ring per se. Just put in a little strut.
Hey man, listen. All I know is like when it come down to this right here, man. This wrestling thing, bro. This the heart and soul for me. It's just something
Exactly.
that I love. I've been loving doing, just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's just about me. Like I said, it's for everybody that wants to do wrestling. You know what I'm saying? It
Definitely.
was a fan
Definitely.
first. Now I'm a wrestler now. You know what I'm saying? I love what I do. I love every bit of it. I love going out there and having fun. You know what I'm saying? Going out there just living the dream. And yeah, I do take it serious at times because
I care about how I look sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's backyard wrestling. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun while doing it, of course. But I like to have a look. I like to have a thought process when I'm in there. I like to know what I'm doing with everybody. And I wrestled almost everybody I wanted to wrestle. But there's people like around the world that I still want to wrestle now in the backyard. There's some people in TBW right now.
Most
Like there's some
definitely.
people in TBW like Atomic Titan. Like he's another person I want to wrestle one day. You know what I'm saying? I pay attention. You know, even though I'm on Virginia, I'm on this side of the water. You know what I'm saying? I be paying attention to what I see over there. You know, like Heath Ledger. I think that's his name.
No,
Ledger.
let your shade.
Le-
Let your shade.
Ledger Shade. My bad. I say Heath Ledger. Rest in peace. I'm sorry. But yeah, Ledger Slade. That's another good guy. You know what I'm saying? That I actually want to see in the ring one day. Gage Flair. You know, I obviously it's a gimmick, but I like what he got going on. You know what I'm saying?
It's unfortunate, but however, he has officially retired from TBW after
Oh
the loss.
really?
Jay Cole.
Oh wow. See, I didn't even know that. Well, I'm pretty sure he had a very great long career, and I kudos to him for being out there in the backyard doing what he loves to do. You know, Gage Flair. If you ever see this, hey, I've been paying attention. I've been looking. So you know what I'm saying? Kudos to you, man, on your retirement and everything. But yeah, this like everywhere, just in the backyard setting, man. You know, I just love wrestling, period, man.
What
But like I
happens?
said,
What
eventually
happens?
this year.
What happens if you do some of the people like yourselves, like take you for instance, if you do try to, make your presence in PBW, what if you run into someone like let's say Alan Michaels, or someone like Manny Cobra, or even
Hey, whatever, but whoever in that tag division, it don't matter.
yeah,
It don't matter who at this point. Because at this point, I got to toot my own horn. I'm gonna be humble. I'm gonna respect what they got going on. But at the same time, when it comes out to CBW right now, like we are running that tag division. So if there's tag teams outside the house that want to step in the house to face off against one of the best tag teams in the 757 or in North Carolina, they can do that.
yeah,
Personally, they gotta talk to James first, because he the boss. I can't order it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk to the boss first. But if they want to line it up, like I said, May 30th is another show that's supposed to be getting planned for CBW. So if they feel like they want to step up to me and Rich Boy, by all means, they can do that.
no,
So we will be
no.
ready for whatever tag teams want to step up to War Money Mafia. That's just point blank period.
Now,
And,
That's
and
out of
this is
that's and
happening
that's out of
right now.
respect. You feel me?
And this is happening right now. So everybody, I know everybody's watching. I know TVW is watching. TVW, he just called you guys out. He just called you guys out. So I want to know what you guys think about this. I would love to happen. I would love to see you guys on TVW
Hey,
run
I love the rest of
on
the
that type
guys
of
there
position.
per se. Like I've enjoyed their product. I will say that I've enjoyed their
Yeah.
product. I'm not going to ever sit here and act like I haven't.
mm,
I've been watching. I've watched a few shows and I've been paying attention. I don't even have to watch all the shows to know that they're talented. I know they are. Like I
Exactly.
said, I'm humble like that. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
we
right.
all come together on another thing. Now, if they want to take it out of character and feel some type of way about what I say, then that's another story. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
not.
But at the end of the day, I'm coming respectfully and I'm saying, like, yeah,
Exactly.
I would love one day, if it's ever possible in the sun, in the stars, anywhere, if we manage to get some type of TBW or whatever backyard wrestling company crossover, yeah, by all means, if it's possible, I would love to see that if it's possible. But until then, like I'm a CBW right now, you know what I'm saying, and I'm doing my thing there.
Right.
I'm just following the script and doing what I'm doing.
We all understand you might have a show coming up on April 24th, if I remember correctly. So if you were to throw out the challenge, or better yet, if you want to represent your partner in the Big Money Mafia, what would those decent rules would be? And you looking at the camera right now.
You said say that one more time. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Now, if you want to throw in a decent promo to those who you want to face on April 24th, which I know it's going to be a CBW show coming up very soon in that date.
On the 25th, but yeah, I got you.
25th, if I remember correctly. But however, you want to throw in a challenge right now in front of that camera, what would that challenge be?
All right, say less. So To anybody in CBW Carolina Backyard Wrestling in that locker room that want to step up to the best tag team in the damn world, and I'm talking about War Money Mafia, that's the most dangerous Rich Boy and Big Match Devon the Icon. If y'all think y'all got what it takes to take these undisputed tag team championships away from us, by all means, step up. You run up and get done up. That's all that's gonna happen. At the end of the day, you are gonna look at greatness. You are looking at a tag team that is so dynamically fueled together that you cannot stop the train moving. So that's a shout out and a warning shot to every tag team in the game that want to step up to us. Run it and let's get it. You understand? Welcome to the Green Light Tour because it's BTA season for everybody.
Yeah, with a show that type of ordeal with that promo, all you gotta do is grant that championship salute right in front of that camera. That's all you need to do.
Y'all need to see it? Hold
Mm-hmm.
on. All right. Here's one right here.
There
Here's
you
one.
go.
I've said undisputed. So here's two.
There
So
you go.
now,
All you
like
gotta
I
do is
said,
put that championship
any
salute
tag
right
team in
there.
the world that want to step up to War Money Mafia and see here try to take these undisputed tag team championships away from us, step up. That's all we want for. Because now we finna get y'all something to hate on.
All you gotta do is show that championship toast right in front of the camera. Bam.
Uh, hell yeah. Let me, yeah, toast right there. Yeah. There we go. There we go. There we go.
There you go.
Well, look, I appreciate y'all having me for the show. You know, it's good to pop in every
Yes,
once
my
in a
brother.
while. Good to see y'all guys is doing good. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here and I'm gonna go, chill out and what I'm saying, strategize for in a couple weeks because I got a birthday bash to get ready to celebrate for and I got titles to defend. So I appreciate you guys again for having me for the show. You guys are awesome. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you guys for what y'all doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. All right.
Yep.
Come on
That's
out.
Icon. Hopefully, we'll see him in the future episode of Table Talk 2.0 Special Promotions Edition, and we never know when it's going to pop up.
That's right.
Thank you, Mr. Devon, the Icon. So, thank you very much. Now then, moving along. Hopefully, we got enough time for maybe one more guest if necessary. If not, we'll wrap up the show from here. In the meantime, we're going to take a little bit of another commercial timeout, and when we come back, we'll see what happens again from the CBW. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Table Talk 2.0 Special Promotions Edition, which is the CBW Takeover. Once again, your head host, Adonis Delios, alongside the host of C2K, and many other shows to choose from, Mr. C2K himself. Let's say, while we're waiting for our next guest, if necessary, if we have enough time left. So, any other surprise announcements you'd like to make and stuff like that for yourself and party in the future, Mr. P2K?
Yes, I do. C2K talk shows. C2K talk show right now is going to be moved only Friday. Every Fridays is going to be C2K talk show. Every Saturday is going to be Social Talk podcast. So every Friday is going to be for any talk show that I have. Either it's going to be C2K talk show, either C2K, the C2K check it out. We're at Facebook Live. It's going to be only Fridays. And Saturday is going to be podcast nights, which is either to be podcast or any podcast that I do own and that I do promote. Also, Sundays, every Sunday is going to be the new show, uh, with season 4 of the Food Show 716. Is going to be every Sundays. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's all the announcements that I got.
Okay. Hopefully we'll have at least enough time for one more guest somehow. We can get him in here somehow. Oh, and looks like say no more. We got one more guest. Find out.
Mississippi Strangler here. I'm live. The red light's on. We're live. We're here for the first time. What's going on? What's it do? What do I do?
Mr. Mississippi Strangler, welcome.
Come on, get, dog. Get. Go on, get. All right.
Welcome to the debut of Tabletop 2.0.
Welcome.
I am pleased to be here as always.
So, Mr. Mississippi Strangler, care to introduce yourself?
Well,
backline of your career.
Well, I am a Mississippi Strangler. My hobbies are bleeding, making other people bleed, watching other people bleed, and on occasion, watching myself bleed. I'm a hardcore pro wrestler. I've wrestled for CBW.
We got some problems with some connections right now. I know you back. Sometimes we get technical difficulties.
Let's see here. Oh, there he is. Oh. He just stepped in. Maybe we'll step it. He'll step out. I think he stepped out, but he'll step in a few minutes.
It happens sometimes, the Wi-Fi connection being bad, but hopefully he's going to be back. So he needs to keep introducing himself. Like he said, he loves to breathe. He loves to make people breathe. He's a hardcore, and he's for CBW.
The Viet Cong got me. They're everywhere. They're in the trees. I'm back, though. I killed them with my bare hands.
Maybe because it's haunted. Who knows? Maybe Beetlejuice is in there. Anyway.
That's how it is. That's how you got to do it. You got to get them with your bare hands sometimes. But yes. I've wrestled for CBW, USC, TWA, and Alabama. I've done it all. Barbed wire, light tubes, thumbtacks, you name it. Yeah, I've done it.
So, enlighten us with your party impressions, Mr. Mississippi Strangler, about who is going to be your next potential opponent and future reference in CBW.
CBW, I like the gold that I've been seeing around there. I like those title belts. I like that hardcore title I saw. I like that world title I saw around John Berkeley's waist. I'll go for the any title I can get. I love belts, but if it don't come with the added stipulation of violence, I don't want it. I'm not going to sit here and wrestle someone in no singles match and get counted out, get disqualified. I want blood. I want glass. I want barbed wire. I want chairs. I want chicanery.
Ooh, interesting.
I brought the first ever death match to CBW ring. They didn't even know what a death match was until I entered that ring on March 21st and showed them how it's done. Showed them what a death match was.
That's good, man. That's good that you did that.
You never know when to.
Hey, that's how you gotta do. When it comes about hardcore, it's all about breathing. You gotta breathe.
I put the beating on Poppy Manning.
Oh.
And you know what? I may have lost that match, but since that match, where's Poppy Manny at? Have you heard Poppy Manny? Has anyone seen Poppy Manny at CBW?
Maybe he's just, I don't know. Maybe he's just licking his own wounds after the aftermath of stand or fall somehow. I don't
You
know.
see,
I don't know. I don't know the whereabouts. He can speak
see,
for himself if he has the time here at Tabletop 2.0. But for now, his whereabouts right now is I'm not really about now. So
you
I
see,
can't.
people want to just get in there and do a death match and get clout, get popularity. Oh, look at me, I'm bleeding. This is easy. Look, Chris Jericho did it on TV. I'm going to do it too. Guess what?
Exactly.
When you get in the ring with a real deathmatch wrestler, a real fighter like the Strangler, you don't leave the same. Poppy Manny found that out. He ain't been around since. Evan Owen Parker hasn't been in USC since our 3 series of matches. I mean, Poppy, I haven't seen Biggie Sanchez in a death match since we fought. When you leave the ring with the Strangler, you don't come back to that same fight, that same mentality. You leave different. You leave changed. You leave scared.
Exactly.
The Strangler, see, I got the voices to help guide me. I got the ancestral connection to the Viet Cong. I've got Nam on my side. And I don't let the brutality, I don't let anything change my mental state. I go in and I get the job done. If win, lose or draw, I'm getting paid and I'm getting over. That's at
There you
the
go.
end of the day. Who knows who knows the last time I won? I don't know, but who's the last time anyone else in CBW or USC won a match? No one's going to remember the last time Will Storm or Poppy Manny or John Berkeley won a match. They're going to remember that one time the Mississippi Strangler drilled somebody in the forehead. They're going to remember seeing the Strangler take it to Poppy. They're going to remember the flaming frying pan. So I don't care about the win number on next to my name. That's the least of my worries.
I don't know. Maybe Poppy Manny might be out of the hospital. I don't know. We don't know for sure where his doings and whereabouts are about right about now.
Well, I tell you what, whether it's USC, whether it's CBW, whether it's X Brand Wrestling, whether it's WTW, whether it's CZW, wherever we can get the fight, I'm down. Poppy's down. I'm sure. Hopefully, who knows? Maybe he don't ever want to get in the ring with me or the no ring, the basement, wherever we find ourselves. I'm gonna make sure to get the job done this time.
How much he froggy he is. That's why they call him Poppy Manny for nothing. He may be invading your house at any given time soon. Who knows?
Well, we'll have to see if he comes around, because I tell you what, I'm putting the invitation out to Poppy Manny. If he wants to come up to X Brand, he wants to come up to WTW. You know what? I got a 2-car garage and I got about 20 light tubes sitting out there, so we can go out there and duke it out. We can go down to Mexico in the junkyard. We can go wherever he likes.
Okay. Well, I guess that's a challenge. That's a challenge right there.
Now, Mr. Mississippi Stringer, to any other challengers out there in the CBW locker room, and you're looking straight at the camera right now, coming up on April 25th, what would that message be?
Well, unfortunately, the Strangler won't be at April 25th. You know, I won't be at Devon's birthday bash. I told him, I said, the only way I'm going to show up is if I get Devon, big match Devon, and a no rope barbed wire, 200 light tubes, flaming tables, glass panes, thumbtack bats, shark tooth death match. And they failed to meet my demands.
Whoa.
So I said, you know what?
Woo.
I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. But you know what? That's all right. I got other things to get done. You know, I got money to be made. You know, I got other things to do. It's all right now. You may be able to see me, not 100% locked in yet, but you may be able to see me in WTW in Delaware that night.
Pick up the thumbtacks out of your tongue, okay? Just pick the thumbtacks out of your tongue.
Look, I'm just telling you, April 25th, wherever I'm at, I'm beating somebody. I may be at my house, and I may have to call someone to beat, but it's going to happen one way or another.
Right.
It's like your adoring fans, well, somewhat adoring fans, are just, yeah, they're a little bit cringeworthy. Let's just say that.
Hey, look, I'm cringeworthy. We're all cringeworthy. You know, at the end of the day, so what if you're not cringeworthy? That just means you're not memorable. That just means, no one's going to remember you. And at the end of the day, after all said and done, after you get up to the pearly gates, the good Lord above, and no one remembers you, what was your life for? So if I die in that ring, but people remember it, then my job is done.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Not good.
Let's go for it. Why not?
How it is.
Oh, God.
Why not?
Strangler versus C2K Light Tube Death Match. I got them
Oh,
right
let's
out in
do
my
it.
garage. I got 20
Let's
of them.
do it. Definitely. I love it.
2-0.
Love the idea.
Oh man.
Love the idea. Why not?
You never know where the Strangler's going to be next. So where you name the place, the time, I may or may not show up. You never know with the Strangler.
Right.
But however, before we wrap things up here, we want to send a quick birthday shout out to the legendary WWE Hall of Famer
Greg Valentine. It's Greg. My God, I forgot to call Greg. Is it Greg's birthday? I forgot to call him. Oh my goodness. Me and the Hammer go way back. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I forgot to call.
I think you called a little while ago. He wants his hammer back. Anyway, man. But like I said, big birthday shout out to WWE Hall of Famer Lita.
Yeah, she's not answering my phone calls anymore. Yeah.
Be like a limit date. Anyway, let's see here. Oh no! Oh no! Someone went
Mexico
down.
City, Mexico, Chihuahua. Yeah, I hate a Chihuahua. I'll fight a Chihuahua in a death match. I can't stand a Chihuahua. I will take a Chihuahua. I'll take my grandma's Chihuahua one-on-one in a barbed wire cage of death match.
Yeah.
And let's see here. What else I missed here? Let me take a look. Oh. Another birthday shout out to another celebrity. Happy birthday to Sarah Michelle Gellar.
She's not answering my phone calls anymore either.
Then I answered your phone calls. I wonder why.
Jennifer Tilly will still answer those. That's
another celebrity. Shout out goes to Mr. Brad Garrett. Happy birthday, Brad Garrett. For those who are tuning in to WrestleMania 42, make sure you get everything ready. Get your popcorn handy. Get your soda, whatever the case may be. Your popcorn ready. Your entree, whatever the case may be. Bring it to the front of the TV. If you order WrestleMania, the 2-night event extravaganza, make sure you have that subscription handy if necessary. If you can afford it somehow, some of them can, some of them cannot, because rumors are spreading out that ESPN might charge double on both nights. I don't know, just a rumor. But in any event, tune in to WrestleMania. See if you can give your bold predictions of who you got based on the matches that you see on display that's made from WWE in itself from many weeks ago and beyond. So let's see who's coming on top at WrestleMania.
The Strangler was supposed to wrestle at WrestleMania 2, but they wanted Roddy Piper. But if it would have been me, I would have beat Mr. T right in the ring, dead center. Would have been no question about it.
I don't worry, George Daniels would have been there and would bite your head off. Anyway, that's not here or there.
Funny enough, I auditioned for Mr. T's part and the A Team, but they said I was a little too wild. I was too unpredictable.
No, you were clever in your ass. So anyways, but in the meantime, that's all the time we have for now. Mississippi Strangler, any closing thoughts or moments you want to speak of, especially those in CBW and USC and beyond?
I've enjoyed my time everywhere. I've enjoyed some great opponents. I would love to get in the ring with Devon the Icon. I would love a match with Big Match Devon. I want to get him. I want to get him in a hardcore and a death match just one time. Just give it to me one time. I'm always looking for another match with Kevin Chaos. Me and Kevin have went down this coast and the other battling, and we're going to dance until the end of time. And I've got some ideas swirling in my head. I've got whoever wants to be in the first ever Pop Rocks death match might want to give me a call before you agree, because it's not what you think.
I don't know if John National will be available for that one, so it's not here or there for that either. Anywho, Mr. Mississippi Strangler, thank you for making your debut here at Table Talk 2.0. Hopefully, we'll see you more episodes to come, and hopefully, whatever the outcome turns out to be, and you make your presence felt in CBW and USC or any other promotions that you're tied up to, hopefully, something will be extraordinary.
The Strangler's everywhere. You're going to see me. 2026 is the year of the Strangler, baby. Forget 1972. Forget 1993. This year's going to be the year of the Strangler once and for all.
And one last thing. Otherwise, careful not to become Rodney King while you're at it.
I'm king of many things. I'm king of fat chicks. I'm the fat chick thriller. I am the king of the crawfish cookout. I'm the king of the chicken wing cook-off 2003, 2007, and 2014. The king of many things. I almost was the king of the Iron Throne in USC, but Biggie had a lighter night that night, so he had a little more in the tank than I did. But you never know what I'll be the king of next.
I wonder if our troop was on the phone right about now getting the kick out of this.
Funny enough, he's not answering my phone calls anymore either.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mississippi Stringer. He want to know is that PG. I'm sorry.
What, me and Ron go way back. Me and Ron are, me and Brian Road Dog. We ran the same parts. I was there for his very first match in the Lower East Side of Alabama, and I told that Road Dog, I said, "You got what it takes, kid." And look at where he's at now. Look at our truth. That could be the Strangler right now. But you know what? The veterans never get their due.
Yeah, I think our troop might mistake you for who knows, Jason Voorhees.
I'm a lot more handsome than Jason.
Nah.
Oh.
But anywho, Mr. Mississippi Stringer, that's all the time we have for now. Thank you for making your presence known here at Table Talk 2.0. And this was the CBW Takeover. So thank you.
Adios.
Bye, my brother.
Rich co-host, the host of the Talk Show, and many other promotions and special podcasts to come. And just remember, G2K, we should say goodbye. The Forever series coming to you very, very soon. He's got some decent products that's going to be spoken of, especially with yours truly. It's going to speak the talk of the town about the legacy of the C2K in itself. Make sure you tune into that. Also, Thank you for being around to be the co-host here at Table Talk 2.0. Big shout out to those in RCW, those in WCE, TBW, everyone else in between. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for putting your inputs. And thank you to the CBW Stars making their presence known here. Devon the Icon, thank you for being a guest here. Also, Mississippi President, thank you for being a guest here. And also, thank you to the CBW owner and general manager of CBW, FD3, making his presence known and breaking down what happened at Stand and Fall and the Fall, especially his status and medical updates. Hopefully, we'll see him in the near future within the episodes of Table Talk 2.0, Special Promotions Edition. Thank you for making the debut possible for FD3 and those that made their rare appearance here. Thank you very much for watching. That's all the time we have for now. So that's about it. So also, in closing, make sure you tune in to our brand new channel, Backyard Wrestling Glory 2.0. You see all the relivable moments of your favorite programmings, especially your favorite promotional matches in its entirety, or even the shows itself, including documentaries, behind the scenes looks, deleted scenes, and you can replay, rewind, and relive in case you missed it out. They'll be there for you. If you missed it, see it. If you see it again. Time and time again, free on demand, and only exclusively on YouTube. So once again, click in the keyword UYG on YouTube. And you'll see the icon right there. You can tell right there, the red icon right there. It's listed right there. Look for it, subscribe, like, comment, and enjoy the view, enjoy the moments that will touch your heart, and who knows what can transpire. Especially when you give you the best of your favorite matches and everything else in between. But like I said, the time we have on Table Talk 2.0, make sure you tune in on future episodes of Table Talk 2.0 and any other shows that are recommended, rightfully so, including the Theater Defense, Vandenberg Laboratory, the AT Show, and many other shows to choose from. So make sure you still tune in to those as well. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe as well. On those YouTube channels as well. And nothing but shape. And hopefully we'll see you. Hopefully with season promotions are set to make their season premiere. So make sure you tune in. Thank you very much for watching. And we'll definitely talk to you guys later. And please take care.